Ladies and gentlemen, to race number 22 in the part-timers schedule. We are here at Atlanta for 33 laps of racing. It is the Hisense 250. On the pole today is Cindy Villela. Beside her will be Paul Sardinia. Row 2, we have Brenda Rogers and Max North. Row 3, Jordan Newman, Henry Kavanaugh. Row 4, Chris Carrandall, Cameron Gaddu. And in row 5, Robert Rogers and Ryan Kesey. Points leader Sam Rogers starting in 26th. But now he has a pretty good lead right now. I think it's 42 points or something. But this is Atlanta, so I mean, he can go from 26th to 1st pretty easily. Anyway, with the season winding down, the intro will also be out after these races for next season, and it's going to be the intro for trucks, the Code Red, and the Cup guys. It will be the same intro for every series, all going to be incorporated into one thing. Kind of like what the NNSCRA did for Season 8. I think it was. Anyway, these guys are going to pull off a pit road, and we will get you to the start of today's race. So, getting ready for 33 laps of racing. I think they should be able to keep it green. I'm not sure if they need to. I don't think they're going to pit. If they do, it will just be once, but I'm not really certain. But 26 drivers taking their last speedway course of the season. Which of the three will advance to the Cup race? Because that will be a crazy one. Green flag is out. The Hisense 250 is underway at Atlanta. And really seeing how Sam Rogers has pretty much pulled away for the championship and how he's already clinched the full-time ride next season from his win at Road America. These drives are mainly just trying to finish top 10 in points to maybe get a shot at being selected to run full-time next season. As Brenda Rogers is going to lead lap 1, as now Jordan Newman will take the point. And this is pretty much a super speedway because they just pass and pass and pass. But you can hold on to the lead at a certain point. They do get single file here sometimes in the top 5. As Carrandall takes the front, teammate Robert Rogers below him. Robert Rogers leaving Zachary Rogers Racing next season to go drive the number 8 over for Chip Ganassi. It's going to be him in the 8, his wife Brenda in the 42, Brenda's brother Eric Harala in the number 07, and then Cody Russell, who's currently leading the points by 52 points in the Cup Series, will be driving the number 1. So they could have a pretty interesting crew over there. You see how fast these guys make it around here, under 26 seconds a lap. As now they're 3 wide for the race lead. As Danny Vaughn's going to take the point. As now Philip Tringali, who's going to drive for Go Fast Racing in the 98 Ford next season. Got some pretty good sponsorship for him. Aaron's, Coors Light, Exide Batteries. And look what I was talking about. There's Sam Rogers on the bottom, but as easily as you come to the front, you can head back to the back. And in this case, drivers probably want to see Sam Rogers fall to the back near the end of the race, because that way they can gain the most points on him as possible. Now Tyler Markell looking for the race lead. There's a driver that's not returning next season. A couple of the guys in this field not returning, including Mason Jefferson, Henry Kavanaugh, Danny Vaughn, Andrew Rich. I can think of a few. Emerson Arden. Paul Sardinia looking for the race lead in the pole sitter. has already come back to front. There you see it. There's the cycle in about 7 laps from getting the pole to coming back to the front. So really, this is just a lottery. Like this is like trying to hit 3 sevens. It's all about getting back to the front at the right time. As now Max Newirth will take the lead. And it doesn't look like they're going to wreck here. As now Eric Powers will be driving that car he's about to pass next season. As Newirth will move to the 54. Now Eric Corrala, we were talking about earlier, taking the lead. And there's Nicholas Samudio in the 36. He'll be driving the... No, wait, that's Ryan Kesey. He's not returning next season either. I think that's the first time I've ever messed up doing that. Jordan Newman, another guy that's not returning, currently now looking for second, looking for the lead on Robert Rogers. And they just keep cycling and cycling. We see Sam Rogers back on the bottom now. And they're starting to stick it just too wide. Going to take a step away here and we'll be back at the 12-minute mark. So we're back here at Atlanta. Tyler Markell already looking back up to the front. It's pretty much a 7-lap shift. But it seems some people get stuck in the middle. As you can see, Sam Rogers is in the middle there. Sheila Sullivan looking for the point. Cindy Vieira up here again. And like I said, it's clearly just a matter of when you get to the front and how you fall to the back. Going to the high side seems like the likely choice, but it puts you up against the wall. Being in the middle ain't fun either, though. As now they're almost looking 4 wide. As Eric Powers hesitated and allowed the 65 to get up to the top. And here comes Henry Kavanaugh, who got injured at Talladega and was out for 4 weeks, but he's been doing pretty good since he came back. As Brenda Rogers in the lead, she'll be running the Cup race as she's replaced the retired driver that was driving the one car, excuse me. But we're halfway through here today at Atlanta. Let's go on board with somebody. Let's go on board with the 25 car. So you see how close they get to the wall and how fast you fall back up here. Just look at how fast you fall back on the high side. It was third at the line last time, and he will be 10th at the line that time. No, 16th. Fall back, way fall back. Dog treats. Oh boy. And just like that, Corando falls all the way to the back in about 2 laps. So we have 14 more laps of racing here, and it's really going to be who gets to the front first. Oh, Sullivan, oh, they got around. Kavanaugh's around. Big crash on the front straightaway. We were about to go to a break too, but that just happened. Paul Sardinia is your leader. Cindy Vieira second, and Connor Breton third. Tyler Markell, Mason Powers, Henry Kavanaugh, the biggest drivers involved in that. Looks like we got some other people back here. Max Newirth is smoking. And the drivers are coming to pit road. So let's see what caused our first caution of the day, as it looks like Ryan Kesey is going to stay out. And his teammates staying out with him. Alright, so this all started. Sheila Sullivan got pushed up 4 wide. And Mason Powers just had nowhere to go. He clips into her, gets into Andrew Rich, and then that's going to turn Henry Kavanaugh around. And doing this in the quad oval is never a good idea. 29 comes back up. Look at Tyler Markell gets flipped in the air. There's Harala hitting the 8 car. Max Newirth gets his damage there. Mason Powers beginning to flip a little bit. Tyler Markell gets into the 29 and they flip up. Oh boy. You can see Mason Powers at the top of your screen flipping along. And the 29 and the 38 went for some barrel rolls. There's Mason Powers. He goes for a barrel roll or some too there. And these two ended up upside down on their roofs. So let's take an onboard with the 8, the 90, no, the 8, the 38, and the 29. Right on board with Henry Kavanaugh first. And he lands on his roof. On board with Tyler Markell. A crazy ride for him. Riding on board with Mason Powers. Tough break for him. Ready to go back. Green flag racing drivers out of the race after that wreck. Max Newirth, Eric Harala, Mason Powers, Tyler Markell, and Henry Kavanaugh. Ryan Kesey and Nicholas Samudio stayed out. They're going to try to risk it. The fuel capacity is 32 laps, but if they saved some of the caution here, they might be able to stretch it, but we'll see. Going to restart the race here with 9 laps to go. Green flag is back out. Who will make it into the cup race? And Sam Rogers got lucky, and he's up front yet again. Seems he really does deserve this championship. Kesey and Samudio still leading, and Samudio going to look for the race lead. And drivers are pitting that we saw pit before. Paul Sardinia pit, Cindy Vieira and Mason Jefferson just pit, so either they didn't get the fuel in the car or they actually did not pit. But I thought I saw them go on the pit road. Sam Rogers looking for the race lead here. 6 laps of racing to go. Ryan Kesey and Nicholas Samudio have yet to pit. Are they going to be able to stretch it? The phone is ringing, but I am busy. 5 laps of racing left. Sam Rogers looking for his 4th win in the part-timers. Samudio in 2nd. Sheila Sullivan up to 3rd. Samudio going for the lead with 4 to go. Connor Breton now looking for the race lead. Here comes Robert Rogers in the 2 car. Three laps of racing remaining here at Atlanta. Catching the slow car of Cameron Gadoo. This could decide who makes the cup race. They're going to catch him in the turn. Rogers has to slam the brakes. Connor Breton's going to get by. Ryan Kesey going to pit road, but Connor Breton gets by. 2 laps to go. Sam Rogers was one of the drivers held up. This could help some people up here. Robert Rogers in 2nd, Corando in 3rd. Connor Breton gonna take the white flag. Robert Rogers 2nd, Corando 3rd, trying to maybe hold off Andrew Rich. Andrew Rich is looking low though. Can Corando get the draft on the straightaway? Yes, he will. Looks like Zachary Rogers Racing's going to have all 4 drivers in a cup race. Checkered flag waves. Connor Breton wins. Robert Rogers 2nd. Chris Corando coming home 3rd. Sam Rogers comes home in 11th. Hope you enjoyed the part-timers race here today. Andrew Rich 4th, Sam York 5th, Dion Scott 6th, then Emerson Arden, Brenda Rogers, Philip Tringali, and Eric Powers, and we will see you guys at the cup race.